Hey everybody, what's going on? We are here with a timeless reading. Welcome to the channel. First card that we have out is Judgment. I'm seeing Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So this can be before you say something, spending time sort of reflecting on this. If you are receiving a message, this can be about you reflecting on this message that you are receiving. But the type of reflection that Judgment is doing is to sort of get to the bottom of it and to understand something. So it's like wanting to get to the heart of the matter with Judgment. To see what's really going on. It's a very intense quality of mindfulness. Okay, we have a lot of Scorpio energy that I'm seeing here. I'm also looking at the Lovers on the bottom of the deck. So, Judgment represents Pluto. Death represents Scorpio. Pluto rules Scorpio. So, the two cards out are both alluding to Scorpio and Pluto energy, okay? This can have to do with the transit that's happening. But this can also have to do with where Pluto sits in your chart, where current Pluto is transiting within your chart. It can have to do with the area of your chart that Scorpio rules. Or this can just be alluding to a big change that you're going through currently, which would be an archetypally scorpionic process, okay? Judgment and Death card means that I'm looking at things and trying to tell the difference. Like what's going on now versus what was happening before. And I'm also seeing Justice here too. So we're trying to take a balanced approach. It looks like there's a conversation that's happening. So with Judgment and the Death card, this can be something that you're looking at where you're trying to assess it. But because we have Judgment and because we have the Death card is like things were like this before, they're like this now. Or it started like this and now it's transitioning into something else. So it's about sort of like 2 points in time. And to have Judgment, this is like reflecting on that, like what was going on there, what's happening now. Like it feels very much like a science experiment, you know, like you have this thing and when you like add the solvent, you know, like this starts happening to it. So I feel like you're tracking something that's going on here. To have Justice, this feels like this desire for balance, even for something to be harmonious that may not have been before. This can also be like a restoration of power or a restoration of balance, or this can be something being like made back up for. It can be also like a shift in power in general. Like if we're looking at this from a zoomed out collective scale, we can see that there is going to be a rebalancing of things that had previously been out of balance. To have Justice here, legalities and the justice system can be involved, but this also has spiritual implications too. So some of you may be seeing things happening within your lives right now that are like somewhat unexpected, like the lawsuit that you had from 20 years ago that you never thought you'd see the money from. It's like that money's coming in now. I'm seeing just a bunch of things like this that because of like the reform and the changes that are happening, You're getting information, and to have justice be here, this is kind of like what you're owed, but not from a just like you're being entitled. This is like what wasn't given to you before, that's now being given to you now. And this is like active information that you're getting about it. So it's like you get that call from the lawyer, like you get the mail from that person, you get a check in the mail, like whatever this is, I'm seeing this thing coming to you, and it is to restore balance in some way that was not balanced before. But it had to go like through this whole process basically in order to come out on the other side and be delivered to you. So this is what I'm seeing here. This is meant to be helpful, okay? So this is like something that you'd be glad to receive or to see or to hear. Good news. Some of you, I'm seeing something heavy coming your way. Interpret that as you will. There can be realizations that are happening too with Judgment as well. Because Judgment can be a sign of like spiritual awakening, even that's happening, or like awakenings of some sort, and like the changes that occur because of that. So kind of like the domino effect. Yeah. What this is that you're getting that's coming in, this like information, this news, whatever. I'm seeing like you're being contacted here. It's to get you to a place that feels better. Even if it's just like in a particular area of your life. Like this is meant to be getting you to a better spot, or like an even better spot, so we can move forward with things. Maybe in areas that you felt like weren't moving forward too, which can be significant. Okay, let's pull this back over. Some of you, this is going to be a bit of a process. I'm hearing something about a knowing. Maybe you have a knowing about this. Yeah, no, I'm like this Judgment card particularly, you see people like hearing something. You know actually what this is reminding me of? You know how sometimes there are like certain frequencies that we can hear that like not everybody can hear, like just certain people are picking up on it? It feels like that, like with this Judgment card, like this alarm that's going off here, and these people are like, you know, like opening their eyes and waking up. On time. Yeah, this does feel like a mass awakening of some sort. But you know, like when we say that too, it's not like, when those things happen, they're subtle. It's not like you see it and everything's going to be like all different now, and you know, like it's going to be this crazy thing that everybody's seeing. People that are still like not aware of certain things, they'll look around and feel like the everyday is exactly the same and they're not seeing anything different. But then you have other people that are going to notice things where it's like, ooh, like things are shifting around, or that looks very different today than it did yesterday. So just know that when I say something like mass awakening, which I'm definitely seeing something be alluded to here, it has come time for something that's going on. But that also means too, like, we don't know how mass this is. Like this is, it can be gradual in some ways. Like a mass awakening can be like 20 people that are significant, you know? So it's really just subjective the way that we interpret this. But what I'm seeing is that there's like a collective of a group of people that are currently going through an awakening right now. This may also be like an added layer on top of everything that's going on. Like this may be the more like collective, sort of zoomed out, but I'm also seeing something personally here that's going on for you that has to do with like a rebalancing of the scales, like a restoration of something that was meant to be given to you that hadn't been before. I'm seeing it be a big thing that you're getting this message. If things hadn't changed in this way, this wouldn't have happened. I'm seeing there be a very big catalyst for this. If you see me looking around, it's because O is moving around here. O is my cat, for anybody that doesn't know. She doesn't usually like come over here necessarily when I'm doing videos, so just feel a little bit aware of her movements here. You're going to see that you judged something correctly. I'm seeing that's going to be confirmed for you. There's even something that you felt, something that you recognized. And I'm seeing this be a big deal for some reason. It's like a really, really big thing here. Like, this isn't something small scale. This is something that would feel very impactful for you within your life to have it be connected with the Death card. Like, this is something intense. Yeah, I keep hearing there's a desire to move forward. For some of you, this is about a relationship that you have. A very challenging relationship. I am seeing this person over here trying to maneuver through a situation where, like, they're really trying to show up as themselves and trust themselves through the process and sort of like prioritize themselves as they move through this, and to also express themselves verbally. So it's like how this person is showing up and also what it is that they're communicating. I'm seeing Scorpio, Libra, and Aquarius here. To have the Star and to have Eight of Pentacles, this is somebody being like, right now I am working on standing in my purpose. So this can be like, this is my purpose, this is my dream, this is my vision. It's like all of those things, all of the like romanticized things about life of like, I'm coming here to make a difference, or like I was made to do this, or like I'm so passionate about this thing. It's like I see all of that being connected with the Star card. So it's your dreams. It can also be like your long-term dreams too, like maybe stuff that you're working on now that's going to like fully come to fruition later. But it's also about, Star is also about like your own personal spiritual growth that you're making, and that's why you're connecting, doing like your dharmic path, is so you can like honor your nature and what you're meant to be doing here by like literally just honoring yourself and your nature, whatever it is that may be. And I'm seeing this is just something that you've been continuously investing in and working on. So it's like doing the things that feel right for you, like going down those paths that feel you're meant to be walking. Multitasking too, it seems. So you're minding your business, doing your work. And what else? Something hidden. I'm seeing the moon here. Maybe you're working through some unknown stuff trying to figure it out. Oh, I'm seeing the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Some of you, there's a connection that's coming up that you can't see yet, but you're about to break through. I'm seeing someone that there's like ice and they're chipping through, but it hasn't like cracked and sort of given way yet, but I'm seeing that's about to be happening. You wouldn't see this though. It would be, your guides would purposely be like veiling this from you. But I'm seeing you very close to sort of pulling this back. It's one of those moments where something is like right here, but because of what's in front of it, you have no clue that it's that close to you. This is what I'm seeing with the energy. And I think that you're unsuspecting as well, because I'm like really seeing you just mind your business and be keeping your head down, meaning like just focus on what you're meant to be focused on. Like I'm seeing you cut out distractions and stuff like that, so you're really just doing your thing over here. And I'm seeing that there's something here that's going to be popping up for you, but you don't notice it on purpose. It's not that you're not aware. I'm seeing you be very aware. I'm seeing you be very present. That's not why. Like this is on purpose hidden from you. Like you're not meant to see it yet. I'm seeing you're going to be changing your mind about something. I'm seeing Four of Cups come out, but it was coming out reversed. So this can mean that initially you're feeling one way, and then it shifts and you're going to feel another way. Let me just take a look. Yeah, I'm seeing something like so important being accomplished here. But you're also paying really close attention to something as well. And it feels like something that's like incoming, like something that you've been receiving. So this can be like messages that you've been receiving. It can also be communication as well, which like isn't that sort of the same thing, yeah. But it's like, it's something that's been incoming and it's something that you've been looking at, but there may have been like multiples, like multiple pieces of mail or multiple messages that you've been getting. And I'm seeing something that you've been sort of like carrying on and carrying out here. Seeing Death card and Six of Wands, it looks like there's a very big change that you've been going through and a lot of hard work that you've been putting in. This can also be you being like very mindful, like for those of you that you feel like you've been the one sending the message, like you could have been communicating with somebody. What I'm seeing is that there's like a lot of mindfulness that's being put into this. So it's like really paying attention to what we're saying and sort of double checking and being attentive and being intentional with our communication, like that sort of thing. Because I'm seeing you feel like this is part of your like destiny, even if we're looking at it from that perspective. So it's really knowing that this is adding up to something big for you, and it feels as well like there's a really big change that it looks like you've come out on the other side to have Death card and to have Six of Wands. This is like, yeah, we really did it. Like I really did come out of the cocoon. And to have Eight of Pentacles, this shows very, very hard work that you've been doing. Now, what I'm seeing is we have Justice and we have Two of Pentacles. So this can be like, I need to prioritize balance within my life, within my relationships. This can also be like, if I need to make something right, trying to figure out how to do that. But to have the moon here, it can be sort of an unknown right now. But what I am seeing is that also what's hidden is that there's going to be information that comes through for you that you can't see yet. And it's coming directly to you, and it's directly about justice. I am seeing too that there's going to be a discussion that's connected with this, a discussion that's attached to this, but there may be some like heavier issues that are coming up as well. I feel like in general this reading can feel like a little bit abstract. Like some of you, I don't know where exactly you are within the timeline with this, but there are a lot of moving pieces, and it feels like some of the movement was really slow. Like I'm seeing with the Death card, that may have been like a transitionary period of like months, or it can be like years or something like that, that really took to get there. And then having justice be coming out on the other side, this is like, usually with justice, there's not just this, usually with anything energetically, it's not just like an abrupt, this thing is happening, unless it's like a personal interaction or something like this. When it's like the larger scale, archetypal movements, even planetarily speaking, it's mostly gradual for the most part, unless it's like Uranus or Mars being involved in something. But like these energies that I'm seeing here, this is more like a steady like heaviness or lightening or transitioning or changing. And so this like rebalancing of the scales with justice that's happening, because like when injustice occurs, it's like sort of built upon generations and whatnot, or like years or situations or experiences. It also can't be like done in a snap or like rebalanced just like that. It takes time and like working back and sort of like chipping away, you know, and creating a new system or whatever. And so that's where I'm seeing with Justice and Two of Pentacles, it's like spending time figuring that out. Like, how do we get this thing back in harmony where it had been out of balance before? So I'm seeing that's what's occurring. But to have the moon, it's like, we don't know how long this is going to take. We don't know what exactly is going to go on within this process. And also, I'm seeing that there's going to be like added information that's coming in about this. But I'm seeing it be sort of like hidden until it's time for that to come through. And for some of you, this is about why somebody was feeling the way that they were feeling. And as I said before, it feels like there's going to be some type of like heavy even discussion that ends up being had. Like, so for those of you that this is an interpersonal thing, there could have been something heavy that went down between you and another person. And there's going to be like an explanation and trying to make something right. Mood can be though, like, I don't know how to do that, or we don't really know how that's going to be done, or there can be just like question marks. I feel like somebody's going to be bringing something to light that had been a major struggle for them. King of Swords and the Devil. Like something that had been going on. Because I just clarified the Devil and I had Strength come out. So this feels like this can be like a battle that somebody was in of some sort. And it's like a matrix type thing. When I say that, it's like a material thing or like a worldly thing that this person was dealing with, like a carnal thing that this person was dealing with, even though like all of it begins energetically, right? But it was something that was like manifesting in 3D for them. But to have strength, I feel, and to have this King of Swords here, I feel like there's going to be a discussion about this person. The best word that I can think of is like battle for it. It's like this thing, because devil is like your, just sort of what your human is feeling like, and it's very like caveman setting. And strength is like your willpower, so it's like how you are working with that like nature part of yourself and getting yourself to like a higher space through understanding and enlightenment and learning and experiencing and integrating, you know, all of that. And I'm also seeing too the Emperor on the bottom of the deck after the Devil came out, and that's sort of the same thing. It's about, in like, as far as the context for what I'm seeing here, it's about determination and it's about discipline as well, working through things that feel very hard and difficult and challenging for us, like what we can say are our weak spots that we're working through, and to be starting with Judgment and to be ending with the Devil. I feel like there's being like an assessment that's being made on things that we may have at one point in time thought were going to be the answers, that we're actually spending time looking through and realizing that was never going to be the answer. Archetypally speaking, that's what these themes are with Pluto and the Devil, because the Devil is here creating like all of these like false things and telling you like what's going on, and it's really all just a big lie. So the Devil is like the illusion that we buy into, right? The Devil is the Maya, and Pluto is like the only one capable of actually cutting through that and getting to the truth. So that's what exactly is happening here. And as I said before, like some of you, you're going to experience this on a very subjective interpersonal level, like a very micro scale. Some of you, if you're looking around, you're going to be seeing this happening on like a wider collective scale, where like lies that had been bought into and illusions and things that people had been like chained to, and like even cyclical things, those chains are going to be cut. That's what's happening. This is what I'm seeing here. So I'm looking at Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, Pluto, Scorpio, Libra, and I'm seeing Aries on the bottom of the deck. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I am sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.